Dear students, welcome to KLS Gokte College of Commerce, Belagavi. Myself, Dr. H.B. Venkateshappa, Department of Political Science and Indian Constitution. I will teach the Indian Constitution subject for first semester BCom students. So, Indian Constitution, the subject which is prescribed for become first semester students in a new system, that is CBCS syllabus for the academic year 2020 and 21 by Rani Channamma University, Belagavi. Due to the corona deadly virus, the university has advised all the colleges comes under Rani Channamma University to start online classes for the undergraduate students. Therefore, for this year, we have started the online classes, and the new syllabus also introduced by the Rani Channamma University, which is called as Choice Based Credit System CBCS syllabus for the academic year 2020 and 21. So, according to the CBCS syllabus, Indian Constitution subject has three units. The first unit is on the structure and principles of the Constitution. Here we can see the three important topics: meaning and importance of the Constitution, making of the Indian Constitution. So, mainly we should cover here the sources of the Constitution. Third, salient features of Indian Constitution. In second unit, which is on fundamental rights and directive principles of state policy. So, in this unit, there are three important topics. First, fundamental rights. Second, fundamental duties. Third, directive principles. And third unit is on government of union. So there are four important topics. First one, President of India, his election and powers. Second, Prime Minister and Council of Ministers. Third, Lok Sabha, its composition and powers. Fourth, Rajya Sabha, its composition and powers. So you can see some reference books for your reference. Then I should also say something about the question paper pattern. There will be two sections in a question paper of theory course for the semester end examinations, part 1 and part 2. Part 1. There shall be 6 questions carrying 2 marks each. Students should answer any 4 questions out of 6 questions. Part 2. There shall be 4 questions, 2 from each unit, with the sub questions A, B, and C carrying 16 marks each. Students should answer any 2 questions out of 4 questions. Part 1, 8 marks. Part 2, 32 marks. Then a distribution of marks. Theory course examination 40 marks. Internal assessment 10 marks. Total 50 marks. So this is the question paper pattern, and the question paper will come in a descriptive manner. You have to answer the theory type questions. So now let us move to the meaning and importance of the Constitution, which is the first topic in first unit. So Constitution is the subject which is very important for every state, whether democratic or otherwise. Whatever may be the system of government, there must be a constitution for government. The government in a state has to function according to certain fundamental rules and principles. Also, the people enjoy their rights and perform their duties in accordance with such rules. So, these rules and principles according to which the government functions and the people enjoy their rights and meet their obligations are collectively known as the constitution of a state. And we should also know the meaning of the constitutional government. Why? Because constitution is very essential for the government. A government which functions in accordance with defined rules as laid down in the constitution is known as a constitutional government. A constitutional government is a government of laws and not of men. In short, constitutional government means a limited government. In other words, constitutional government is a government where there is a constitution to regulate its working. Constitutional government protects the rights of the people and maintains just balance between the political institutions and citizens. Now let us move to the origin of the term constitution, how the term constitution began. The word constitution is derived from the English root word constitute, which means to form, to compose, or to establish. So this word constitute refers to an act of establishing something. It may be a government, or it may be an association, it may be an organization. So here the word constitution is used in two senses, in a political sense and in legal sense. In political sense of the term constitution refers to an act of establishing government based on certain well defined rules and regulations. In the legal sense of the term constitution is an essential part of the fundamental law of the state. In every state, the government is expected to carry on its administration in accordance with certain rules or principles. Such rules or principles may be found in the form of writing or may remain unwritten. If these rules are in a written form, such rules and principles form the legal parts of the Constitution. If the rules are not written, they constitute the non-legal parts of the Constitution. Accordingly, a constitution is essentially a collection of selected rules, whether legal or non-legal. Constitution is the foundation of any system of government. As the foundation of any system of government, the Constitution establishes proper relationship between the powers of the government and rights of the people. It defines the nature and structure of the government and also the distribution of powers among the three organs of government, such as the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary. Let us move to know a definite meaning of the term constitution, which is given by different political thinkers. Constitution has been variously defined by different writers on the subject. However, there is fairly general agreement among the modern writers as to the essential concepts of constitution. According to Gettel, a constitution is a collection of principles by which the legal relationship between the government and its subjects are determined, and in accordance with which the powers of the state are exercised. According to C.F. Strong, the Constitution is the collection of principles according to which the powers of the government and the rights of the governed and the relationship between the two are adjusted. Justice Miller has defined the Constitution as a written document or instrument by which fundamental powers of the government are established, limited, and defined, and by which those powers are distributed among several departments for their more safe and useful exercise for the benefit of the body politic. McIver defines the Constitution in a simple way. According to him, a constitution as that law which governs the state. Lord Bryce has defined the constitution as the aggregate of laws and customs under which the life of the state goes on. Gilchrist defines the constitution of a state is that body of rules and laws, written or unwritten, which determines the organization of government and the general principles on which these powers are to be governed. So, when we analyze these definitions given by various political thinkers, from these definitions, some important points may be drawn. So, they are as under: a constitution determines the principles and form of the state. It prescribes the powers between branches of the government. It provides for the rights and duties of the citizens. It may be written or unwritten. It prescribes the structure of the government and defines the relationship between the various organs of the government and the relations between the government and the people. The Constitution is a fundamental law of the land. Importance of the Constitution. Political science, which is regarded as the science of state, law, and government, cannot ignore the basis of the Constitution. As I said earlier, the Constitution is very essential for the state and for the government. No modern state can accomplish its objectives without a constitution. The foundation of any system of government is its constitution. All countries, whether democratic or otherwise, establish a government based on constitutional principles. In the absence of the constitution, government may run on the arbitrary decisions of the persons in power. Government and administration are now run not in accordance with the personal whims of the individuals in power, but in accordance with the terms and conditions of the Constitution. So, here our method of judging the performance of the state depends on the quality of the Constitution. Therefore, nowadays the Constitution is playing a vital role in the administration of the state. And constitutions are classified into three different categories, so which is called as the classification of constitutions. The first classification is a written and unwritten constitution. Second classification, evolved and enacted constitution. Third, flexible and rigid constitution. So let us move to know about this classification, what a written constitution means and what enacted constitution means, like that. First, written constitution. A written constitution is found in the form of a document. So, as the name itself suggests, that the constitution, which is available in the form of a document or in the form of black and white or in a printed form or in the form of a book. So, such constitution can be called as a written constitution. The constitutions of India and United States of America are very good examples of written constitutions. Why? Because our constitution is in the form of text. We can read each and every aspect of the Indian constitution. So it is available in the form of a black and white document. So in the same way, the Constitution of United States of America is also available in the form of a document. So these are the two best examples for written constitution. Then second classification is unwritten constitution. Unwritten constitution means the constitution which is not available in the form of writing or in the form of a single document is known as an unwritten constitution. So the constitution which is not available in a black and white document or in a printed form can be called as unwritten constitution. The Constitution of Great Britain is the best example of unwritten constitution. Then second classification, evolved constitution and enacted constitution. Evolved constitution means if the constitution is the result of show or gradual growth of institutions and processes is called an evolved constitution. The best example of evolved constitution is that of Great Britain. So this constitution was never made or enacted. It has grown, it has evolved over a period of several centuries. It is also described as the child of accidents and design. On the other side, enacted constitution is a constitution which is made at a particular point of time by a body of specially identified persons for this purpose. Most of the constitutions today are enacted constitutions. The best example of enacted constitution is United States of America. Flexible constitution. A flexible constitution is one where there is no difference between ordinary law and the constitutional law. So there is no difference between the ordinary law and constitutional law, and also the flexible constitution can be amended easily whenever required. So this is also another basis of flexible constitution. So whenever the time or circumstances are changed in the society, so accordingly the flexible constitution can be changed or adjusted, can be bent according to the changing needs of the society and people. The Constitution of Great Britain is the best example of flexible constitution. Then rigid constitution. It means there is a rigid constitution is a constitution where there is a clear distinction between an ordinary law and the constitutional law. And also rigid constitution cannot be amended easily. To amend a rigid constitution, it is very difficult. There must be a special amending process or amending body to make corrections or changes to a rigid constitution. So Constitution of United States of America is the best example of rigid constitution. So we cannot change or amend the American Constitution so easily. It is very difficult. So these are the three classifications of the constitutions. So in the modern world, every state, whether democratic or dictatorial system, everywhere there is a constitution. Some countries may be having written constitution, or some countries may be having unwritten constitution. So there is a constitution in every state. According to the provisions of the constitution only, the government is looking after the administration. So it is possible for the government to provide efficient administration to the state people. That is possible only with the help of the constitution. So this is the information about the meaning and importance of the constitution. So today I think this is enough. Uh, Therefore, I will conclude my presentation today. So in the next class, I will take up the another important topic of the first unit, making of the Constitution of India. Thank you. Thank you, one and all.